So DSE 2014 question 3, let f be a continuous function is differentiable. We will say that a point is a fixed point if the derivative f prime is not equal to 1 for any x belonging to a plus a comma b, then f has. Okay, so he's saying f prime of x is not equal to 1 for any intermediate point. Okay, so ये तो हमने already multiple times देखा है. F prime is not equal to 1. Okay, so this is similar to the family of problems that we have been seeing. So एक square है a comma b से a comma b तक. So let me just draw a square to represent this function. Okay, this point is a comma a and this point is b comma b. So a function has to start from somewhere on this edge and end somewhere on this edge. We will say that a point is a fixed point. ठीक है, वो तो ठीक है, fixed point का definition. The derivative f prime x is not equal to 1. Okay. So define a new function g of x which is equals to f of x minus x. All right. Now g prime of x is equals to f prime of x minus 1. Okay, and we are saying that g prime of f prime of x is never equal to 1, which implies that g prime of x is never equal to 0. Okay, so this is the given condition कि g prime is never equals to 0. Okay, so let's
So why
take,
did you take a new function called g of x equals f of x minus x?
sorry तुम्हारी आवाज ठीक से नहीं आई, can you speak again?
Why did you take g of x equals f of x minus x?
Okay, there's still a disturbance, but I did get what you were saying. So why did we take this? Because I have to prove, I have to basically show for how many points do I have f of x equals to x. Okay, so whenever f of x equals to x हो रहा है, I will have f of x minus x equals to 0, right? So if I can just decipher, generate a new function g of x equals to f of x minus x, then finding this thing equals to 0 is same as finding the roots of g of x equals to 0. Okay, remember that we had a problem where we were doing x to power 7, if we were finding solutions to x to power 7 equals to x plus 1. So instead of finding the solutions for this, we defined a new function g of x equals to x to power 7 minus x minus 1, and we said ki find the roots of this function. So instead of finding solutions for this, I am finding roots for the other function g of x. So whenever I have to solve a system of equation, I try to convert into a polynomial function जिसके मैं roots अगर निकाल लूँ, so I am equivalently trying to find the solutions of this equation. So instead of finding solutions to this equation, instead of finding solutions to this equation, I am finding the roots of this function. Okay, which is an equivalent problem. So that's the clue that I have, and this is a recurring clue in algebra part. कि जब भी तुम्हें कोई इक्वेशन दिया हुआ है, try to convert that equation into another function and उस function के roots निकालने के. So you try to get it into a form of 0 one side and all the everything on the other side. ठीक है? It makes a job easier in general, not a rule, but mostly it does. Okay. Now f prime x, g prime x equals to is not equals to 0. So when g prime is never 0. Now take case 1. Case 1 is let f of a equal to a and f of b equal to b. Okay. So f of a is equals to a and f of b equals to b. Okay. So what this implies is that f prime of x should be equal to f of b minus f of a upon b minus a for at least for some point in A to B, which should be equal to f of b is equals to b, f of a is equals to a. So b minus a upon b minus a. So this should be equal to 1. Okay. So you are saying that if this condition and this condition is simultaneously true, then at least for some x, f prime x should be equal to 1. But the question says that f prime x is never equal to 1. So this condition cannot be true. So the curve cannot start from this point and cannot end at this point. Okay. This is possible. Your curve can start from here and end somewhere non here. This is also possible. Your curve can start from here and end here. What is not possible is this. It cannot start here and end here. यहाँ से शुरू करोगे तो यहाँ खत्म मत करो. यहाँ खत्म करना है तो यहाँ से शुरू मत करो. Okay, so that's the only condition I am putting कि ये दोनों simultaneously true नहीं होना चाहिए. That's the only condition I am putting till now. Okay, उसके अलावा कुछ condition मैंने put नहीं करी है. Okay, if this condition is not true, so this condition is definitely not true. So either f of a should be greater than a, or f of b should be less than b. Okay, so one of these has to be negated. If this entire thing is not true, okay, then one of these has to be false. So f of a should be greater than a, मतलब या तो curve यहाँ से शुरू हो above point here, या फिर curve यहाँ कहीं खत्म. Right? It is also possible that the curve goes like this. I am saying at least one of these situations has to be true. That's the only thing I am claiming. Alright. So f of a should be greater than a and f of b should be greater than b. So what this implies is case A. F of a should be greater than a and f of b should be less than or equal to b. या तो लेस होगा या इक्वल टू बी होगा. बी के ऊपर तो हो नहीं सकता बिकॉज द रेंज इज ए टू बी. सो नो वैल्यू कैन बी ग्रेटर देन बी. So in this situation, g of a is strictly positive and g of b is less than equals to 0. Okay. So if you look at g of a curve, it is starting from g of a. What was I saying? G of a is positive and g of b is less than equals to 0. Okay. Sorry, I got lost. क्या कर रहा हूँ? G of a is positive and g of b is less than equals to 0. What was my function g? G of x equals to f of x minus x. Right? I have to show. सॉरी, हाँ, केसेस मैंने गलत ले दिए. ठीक है. Yeah. This is my case A. So case A is f of a strictly positive, f of a strictly greater than a and f of b strictly less than b. So you have a curve which is starting from here and it's going to end somewhere here. Okay. Now f of x equals to x. F of x equals to x will be a curve which looks like this. Alright. Now whatever curve I draw, f of x equals to x will be true whenever the actual curve of f of x crosses this red line. Suppose this is f of x. If it crosses this red line, okay, if it crosses this red line at this point, this becomes a solution for f of x equals to x. Okay. On the other hand, if this curve crosses this line multiple times like this, then you have both these points as possible solutions. Okay. So I've already established that both A and B cannot be here. So this kind of a situation is not possible. Now let's take a situation wherein you have two different points x1 and x2 as solutions. Okay. So let x1 not equals to x2 are solutions for f of x equals to x. Okay. So this implies that f of x1 equals to x1 and f of x2 is equals to x2, which implies that g of x1 is equals to 0 and g of x2 is equals to 0. Okay, which implies that so g of x1 is 0, g of x2 is 0. Okay, so there exists so if you have two zeros, so there exists some x belonging to x1 comma x2 such that g prime of x is equals to 0. Okay, so if there are two roots of a function, then between those two roots you should have at least one stationary point. Okay, you can construct any polynomial, any kind of function that you want. If you have two roots of this function, between the two roots you should have at least one stationary point. Okay, this again comes from mean value theorem. Okay, so this is a direct result of mean value theorem. So from mean value theorem, if you have two roots, you should have at least one stationary point between them. But g prime of x equals to 0 means what? G prime of x equals to 0 means f prime of x minus 1 is equals to 0, which means that f prime of x is equals to 1. But this is not allowed, which means that there x1 not equals to x2 not possible. So you cannot
सर
have,
पहले आप इक्वल टू वाला केस ले रहे थे, लेस देन इक्वल टू बी वाला और ग्रेटर देन ए वाला, तो वो रिजेक्ट क्यों कर दिया?
नहीं वो रिजेक्ट नहीं किया मैंने, उसकी एक्चुअली जरूरत नहीं है, मे बी उसकी जरूरत नहीं है, आई एम जस्ट थिंकिंग कि उसकी जरूरत नहीं है, एक बार मुझे हाँ उसकी जरूरत नहीं है एक्चुअली, उसकी पूरे की जरूरत नहीं है, आई एम जस्ट डूइंग अ जेनरिक सोल्यूशन नाउ. कोई भी x1 नॉट इक्वल्स टू x2 को मैं अज्यूम कर लेता हूँ सोल्यूशन से. नाउ दिस x1 x2 कुड इवन बी a एंड b. ठीक है, कुड इवन बी a एंड b. आई जस्ट हैड दिस इंट्यूशन कि उसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी, बट एक्चुअली उसकी जरूरत नहीं है. दिस x1 एंड x2 कैन इवन बी a एंड b. a एंड b भी होने दो x1 x2 को. आई एम सेइंग कि a एंड b भी अलाउड नहीं है. देख इन जनरल दो अलग अलग सॉल्यूशंस तो डेफिनेटली नहीं हो सकते. सो देयर विल नॉट बी टू डिफरेंट सॉल्यूशंस. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज कि सो यहां से शुरू करो तुम्हारा प्रूफ. एक्चुअली ये वाला पार्ट यहां तक सही है, ये वाला पार्ट ओमिट कर दो. ठीक है, ये वाला पार्ट की जरूरत नहीं है अभी के लिए. ठीक है, सो व्हाट आई हैव प्रूव्ड नाउ इज नो मोर देन वन सॉल्यूशन. ठीक है, दो या उससे ज्यादा सोल्यूशन हो नहीं सकते, दो सॉल्यूशंस तो हो ही नहीं सकते. तो नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज वन हो सकता है सोल्यूशन या फिर नो सोल्यूशन हो सकता है. नो सोल्यूशन इज आल्सो अ पॉसिबिलिटी. नाउ if you talk about no solution as a possibility, then you are saying, so graphically that's not feasible. As you can see in the graph, okay, yeah, this was the line which I'm not, which whenever the curve passes through, it will be a solution of f of x equals to x. Now it is not possible to go from this edge. The starting point has to be on left edge. The end point has to be on the right edge. It is not possible to go from the left side to the right side with never crossing this line. Okay. There has to be a solution for this thing. Okay. So let's assume that the curve. So as you can see, it's very obvious from here to us that if you're starting from this edge and going to this edge, then you have to cross this line at least once. Okay. So let's again consider g of x equals to f of x minus x. Okay. Now what we are looking for is roots of this thing. Now you already know that either g of a should be greater than a or g of b should be less than b. Okay. So you either have to start from somewhere like here or you have to end somewhere like here. Okay. So if g of a is greater than a, this implies sorry, not g, f function. Either f of a should be greater than a or f of b should be less than b. Now if f of a is greater than a, then g of a should be, which is equal to f of a minus a, should be positive, and g of b, which is f of b minus b, should be negative. Okay, which means that g of a is greater than equals to 0 and g of b is less than equals to 0. Okay, alright. So if this is the situation, you can have 4 possible cases here. Case 1 is g of a positive, g of b negative, which implies there exists x such that g of x is equals to 0. Okay, this is by mean value theorem. Case 2 is g of a equals to 0 and g of b negative. In this case, this becomes your solution. So f of a equals to a. So that's your solution. Case 3 is g of a positive and g of b equals to 0. This implies b becomes your solution, that is f of b equals to b. And case 4 is g of a positive and g of b negative. We already established that this is not possible. So in all possible cases, you are getting at least one x such that f of x becomes equal to x or g of x becomes equals to 0. So we have established that in part A, we established that less than equal to 1 solutions, and in this part we established that greater than equal to 1 solutions. Okay, now totally
सर
the
फोर्थ वाले
answer
में जी
has
ऑफ ए
to
इक्वल
be,
टू 0 होगा ना?
हाँ,
जो फोर्थ वाला केस है दोनों 0
the
होंगे ना
fourth
इक्वल टू?
case, हाँ सॉरी, दोनों इक्वल टू 0, सॉरी दोनों इक्वल टू 0. Okay, so the sum total of both these two parts that we established is that the number of solutions has to be exactly equal to 1. Okay, part 1, which was this part, it laid down that you cannot have two different solutions, and this part laid down कि at least one solution तो होना चाहिए. So which
सर एक
total
बार
it means कि
फिर से
कम से
बता दो
कम
ना
एक solution होना चाहिए.
सर, एक बार फिर से शुरू से.
मैंने बस ये बोला कि पहले अज्यूम कर लो कि दो अलग अलग पॉइंट्स, सपोज आई एम अज्यूमिंग कि मल्टीपल सॉल्यूशंस है. सो आई एम सेइंग टेक 2 points x1 not equals to x2 which are solutions. If x1 not equals to x2 are solution, then g of x1 becomes 0, g of x2 becomes 0. So दो रूट्स है मेरे पास x1 and x2 of the g function. एक कंटिन्यूअस फंक्शन के अगर दो रूट्स हैं तो उसके बीच में कम से कम एक बार तो g prime should be equal to 0. But the statement is that g prime can never be equal to 0 because g prime is equals to f prime minus 1 and we have been given that f prime cannot be equal to 1. So दो या उससे ज्यादा solution हो नहीं सकते. Okay, so that's your part 1 that less than equal to 1 solution होना चाहिए. Now part 2 is I say कि my g of a value has to be greater than equals to 0 and g of b value has to be less than equals to 0. So इसको मैंने 4 केसेस में ब्रेक कर दिया और फिर मैंने केसेस बनाए जी ऑफ दोनों, ये पॉजिटिव ये नेगेटिव, ये पॉजिटिव ये जीरो ये नेगेटिव ये जीरो ये जीरो. तो ऐसे मेरे 4 केसेस बन गए. इन केस ए जब ये पॉजिटिव है ये नेगेटिव है, बाय मीन वैल्यू थ्योरम, सॉरी बाय इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू थ्योरम, बाय इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू थ्योरम एटलीस्ट एक पॉइंट पे जी ऑफ एक्स की वैल्यू 0 होनी चाहिए. तो वो जिस पॉइंट पे g of x 0 होगा उस पॉइंट पे f of x equals to x हो जाएगा, because g of x is f of x minus x. Okay, so that will be your fixed point. This part says कि अगर g of a 0 है मतलब f of a is equals to a, तो कम से कम एक fixed point तो है a. This point says g of b अगर 0 है तो कम से कम एक fixed point तो है b. And fourth is this 0 and this 0, ये दोनों simultaneously 0 हो नहीं सकता, ये मैंने ये भी देख लिया है. So this entire exercise, it lays down that there should be at least one solution. So number of solutions have to be greater than equals to 1. So part 1 says that number of solutions have to be less than equal to 1. Part B says that number of solutions have to be greater than equal to 1. So the net effect is that number of solutions has to be exactly equal to